Greetings, Wayfarer. Welcome back. I hope you are doing well. I woke up at 3 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I tried to lay down and go back to sleep and just couldn't fall back asleep, man. So here I am for you, dear Wayfarer. Welcome back. Wizard, warrior, wanderer, wildcat alike, wherever you are, whoever you are. And whenever you may be receiving this transmission, Frank Monday coming at you. Once again, like Finnegan, I figured if I talked for a little while here in the early morning, that maybe I'd be able to get sleepy again and get a couple of more hours before work. That's the only thing that isn't great about waking up too early is that later in the day you'll be tuckered out. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. So here I am. I'm here with you, Wayfarer. We're broadcasting today from the Central Kingdom of the Celestial Dragon, Twilight Zone, Old Peking. I was doing a little tarot shuffling, got up, tried to recall some images from Dreamland. Didn't bring back a lot, honestly. Um, I woke. I don't. Something woke me. I'm not sure what it was, but it's unknown to me. It's hidden at this time, and that's one of the things about dream exploration and living human life is that our soul, right? It gets up to things that we don't always know what's going on, right? Our unseen life, as it were. They say that the soul, it is said in the occult community, that the soul is in charge of three primary things: thinking, feeling, and willing. And that as we grow in our spiritual lives, we improve and get better at these things and don't necessarily tend towards one or the other, right? They're, once again, like Finnegan, they're a bit of a triumvirate, right? There are these three things going on, which I depict in a very simple way as the dot, the Vesica Pisces type thing. You see that? Yeah, you can see that. And the triangle, right? So you have the one, the two, and the three. So the thinking in the mind's eye, the feeling, the reaching out, it's more, you know, expansive, and then willing. That's the control of the volantic state, right? The volantia. So we have the intent, the wizard's will, the decree. This is the that must take care of the thinking part of it, right? Yeah, always. I'm here for you, Wayfarer. Wherever you are, whoever you are, and whenever you may be receiving this transmission. Pretty Gemini girl, very nice. I like that appellation, that moniker. How are you today, pretty Gemini girl? Are you doing well? When and where are you tuning in from? Do you have a question for the tarot today? Is there any? I don't like the triangulation of this camera, man. I'm gonna try to fix this a little bit. Not sure what's going on with that. It is what it is. Tell me a little bit about yourself. I'd love to do a tarot reading for you. Pull some cards, one or possibly more. That's why I opened the channel because it's the middle of the night here in Old Peking. I slept, I woke up, I couldn't sleep. I felt like I should get active and do something. So, in order to facilitate a tarot reading for you, I've got to make a bit of a spiritual connection with you. And the only way I can do that is by learning a little bit about you. Maybe you can tell me where in the world you're tuning in from, which continent, So the where question, and then maybe give me your astrological sign, sun sign, and moon and ascendant if you know them. You don't have to give me too much information. I'm not trying to, triangulate or dox you or anything. And then tell me something of the nature of what you would like to inquire about. That would be helpful. And then I would feel more comfortable consulting the cards on your behalf. Doing well in Florida. Okay. I'm in China. Old Peking. This must be your first time. If it's your first time, pretty girl Gemini, don't let it be your last time. Please check back often and let me know. Yeah, Florida. What else did I want to know? Oh, okay, yeah, I guess that's probably enough. Tell me. I won't necessarily read your inquiry out loud. Maybe I don't know. I haven't been doing this online. Why is there a little dot there on my nose? That's weird. Oh, look at that. Oh, I guess it's the uh I guess it's the lighting. Let me correct that lighting a little bit. Let me correct that lighting a little bit for you, Gemini. Yeah, that's better. Maybe I should light some candles. Yeah, I'm in a hotel right now. My apartment, the academy I work for, they told me they were going to renovate the apartments and then they would have one ready for me on August 15th. Here it is the 28th. They didn't renovate the apartments and they're offering me an apartment that hasn't even been cleaned out. So it's going to take me a little more than a week or so to get into it. Yeah, let's do a reading for you. I would like to know something about your astrology if you're interested in sharing, or any other details you'd like to share with me here in the chat. Pretty girl Gemini, are you still there? I'm not going to read for you if you've disappeared. Looks like some other people have wandered off. I have a little bit of an injury on my finger, so it makes it a little bit uncomfortable to shuffle. Ew! So that's what it is. It is what it is. The cards are a little reticent to speak to me. Typically, I start with a prayer, right? Heaven and earth, divine spirits, and ancient masters, your daughter has a question. Pretty gir- Pretty Gemini girl would like to know more about her and her fella and what's happening with that. Please respond to us through the system of the tarot. Um, we will accept this response whether it shows good fortune or misfortune. Yeah, I've been using the tarot pretty much my entire life, pretty girl Gemini, and I like it. I think it never lies. It can always offer insights. Hello there, beautiful lone Erica. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. All right, what's in store for in the development of this relationship? Let's get a general energy card for pretty girl Gemini. There's the flop. See what do we got there? I can't see it. I'm showing it to you first. All right, let me have a look. King of Pentacles. All right. See how that plays in. So the energy, the masculine energy of the charioteer of the earth, if this applies to your significant other, then they're King of Pentacles. I see that as a stable, um, energy in the relationship and financially stable, a provider, an older person. It may not be the significant other, maybe his father or your father is involved in this situation. How is this how is this individual involved in the situation? Let's find out a little bit more about the King of Pentacles and see if it is in fact your significator. Yeah, Queen of the Throne of Heirs. Okay, so we definitely see a couple here. One tending more toward um now, if this is a pair in a lineup, and I believe it could be in this situation, we have a man with probably more earthy traits, darker hair, like I said, more financially stable, and then the woman maybe being you, um, pretty Gemini girl, if you're still there. I'm not sure if you are or not. Um, More focused in the realm of ideas and um, so you have more airy energy in your astrology. Let's see what the situation is between these two because it's playing out pretty good. A king and a queen come up in a love reading. What's between these two right now? Oh, interesting. And a third person, a younger woman or man or woman, a younger person is involved in this situation. All court cards. I always find court cards to be some of the most challenging to read. All right, so the man energy here, I'm guessing that he's one of the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And then you, if this is correct, if this applies to you, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, one of those. And now we have some watery elements coming forward with the Princess of Cups. So I see a bit of a love triangle forming. Let's find out more about the king first. Please respond to me and tell me a little more about the king. Ooh, this card wanted to jump off the bottom. Okay. Three of Swords on the king. Interesting. So it would seem you are a Gemini and he's an Aquarius. Okay. He has more earthy elements in his makeup though. I'd have to see his whole astrology to know why the influence of Earth. Is he financially stable, it sounds. It looks like it appears that way. And somewhat plodding and consistent, good constitution, maybe a stronger type individual. Um so you are still there, pretty girl Gemini. Good. It looks like he's either suffering from a broken heart or he's the initiator of the broken heart. But the Three of Swords, as you know, is never great in a love situation. Maybe he's recovering from a breakup. Let's find out a little more about the Queen of Swords over here and see what that influence is. I'll cut to it there. And oh, interesting, interesting. Yeah, and why the Princess of Cups? Let's just draw from random here in the middle. Okay, okay. All right, so here's what I see. And obviously I've gone more than one card here. But I see that either he has a daughter or there's a younger woman or young person involved in this situation coming between the two of you somehow. And it's in part due to maybe financial responsibility on behalf of the king in this situation. And this may be somehow upsetting to you and it may be causing some tension. I'll draw one more card for highest ideal and resolution and see how this scenario is playing out. And if it applies, it applies. And yeah, okay, good magic. So it's up to you in this situation. n- If it resonates with you, it's up to you in this situation to take the high road and become the catalyst for that which you want to become of the relationship. If there is a situation where there is some other person, a third party involved that's causing financial, and let me get some backup on this. Hey, Rose777, good to see you. Welcome, beloved. I hope you're doing well. Um, I woke up in the middle of the night. I woke up at like 3 a.m. and I did some dream recall, and then I just couldn't fall back asleep. Something was keeping me persistently awake, and I wanted to go outside, but it's wet and rainy, and it's just not necessarily the appropriate setting for me just to randomly go outside and wander around at night. I guess I could have. I felt called by the stars. Like maybe there was a cryptid out there cruising around that wanted to talk to me, and I just couldn't get back to sleep, man. So I thought I would do some tarot readings here online for anybody that's interested. Maybe make myself a cup of tea, drink some water, and then try to possibly get back to sleep a couple of hours before I got to go to work. Yeah, so the tarot advises you in this situation, uh, pretty Gemini girl in Florida, to think of yourself as someone who can assist others in refining their skills and talents, and to try to kind of seize control of this situation that may be causing you vexation, and uh, to be more giving in your nature. If this, again, only if it resonates. Um, it may be that you're holding on too tightly to the things in this situation, and as a result, that will only injure you. The abundance of the cosmos means that you should be a little more free flowing and don't worry too much about the future per se, and it will express a deeper sentiment of love towards your partner in this situation, and it can do nothing but good in the long run. So that's my assessment, and I'll leave it there. I hope it resonates with you, and thank you for asking. um, Pretty girl Gemini, very good. Anyone else? Rose, anyone have a question? Would anybody like a card? um, I one for everyone. If there's more than one person, right, we have to step up, and challenge the tarot for what may be in your mind. Is a free reading available? Yes, Beanish. Beanish, in order to read the tarot for someone, and I've never seen you before, tarot, Beanish. So, like and subscribe. I'd like to know a little bit about you first. For example, where in the world are you? Maybe tell me your astrology sign, and what is the topic that you're interested in? Or I can just draw you a general card. You'd like to know, you say, is Ghazi Taimur the right person for me as a life partner? Okay, Ghazi, I'll get to that query in a moment. I do know Rose. Yeah, you're new. Okay, like and subscribe. If it's your first time, don't let it be your last time. Hang out with Frank Monday here in old Twilight Zone, old Peking, deep within the central kingdom of the celestial dragon. What about you, Rose? Rose, yeah, I'd like to learn a little bit about all of you. Rose, I think I know where you are. Yeah, I know exactly where you are in the world, so you don't have to tell anyone. You don't have to dox yourself. Beanish is from Canada. They're a Capricorn, and yeah, and you already asked the question. Good. So I'll get to you first, Beanish, and then if you stick around for a moment, Rose, I'll pull a card for you. Rose, If you care to share your astrological information, you can. And it helps me connect with you at an individual level anyway. Let's go with Beanish first, though, and this query about a life partner. I invoke Tahuti, Lord of Wisdom and of Utterance. Grant me the power to see clearly into the tarot and the question for Beanish. I'll do a single shuffle and draw. I'll go with 3 cards for you, Beanish. I'll go with past, present, and future. So, what would you like to know about first? We'll see how these 3 cards interact and find out if the tarot believes that Ghazi Tamor is that's an interesting name. If it's a suitable life partner for you. Ghazi Taimur. Taimur. I'm not sure of the ethnic origin of that name. I'm thinking Indian, maybe. Um, Pakistani, Middle Eastern, perhaps. I don't know a lot about it. Yeah. So past, present, or future. I'll just go ahead since maybe there's a time delay, maybe there's a bit of a lag here on the internet. So I'll go with Tamor's past. It looks like the Six of Wands, the Lord of Victory. He's been somewhat successful recently and achieved an energetic stability, and that's why it's becoming possible for you two to possibly be together. Um, your involvement is one of you find him intellectually stimulating. Okay, Pakistan. Very good, very good. Welcome, Pakistan. Blessings. I don't know any Pakistani language, but blessings unto you. And finally, going forward. Oh, interesting, interesting. 9 and a 6, a 15. Oh, wow, yeah. The tarot here in this situation, I don't necessarily need to tell you specifically what cards I've drawn. I have them here in front of me, but we must accept the response whether it shows us good fortune or misfortune, right? And in this particular situation, you should be wary that in choosing this life partner, there may be some hardship for you in the near future. But this doesn't play out for all time. It just means at this time it may not be the perfect fit for you, though things may look promising. There could be some interruptions, but that doesn't mean that you know, it's not worth pursuing per se. So let's see, overall, highest ideal, is it worth pursuing? And you shouldn't let a single reading be the end all be all. Yeah, in the highest ideal here is it would put you in the position you want to be in. But, and so it would fulfill what you're looking for in this relationship. However, there may be some things that need to be overcome, and I think that people should always pursue their dreams if you feel matched and it feels right to you, and ultimately it will serve to fulfill that part of your life that you need. But there will be some challenges, I'll tell you that. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it should deter you, though. That it should deter you. Okay, wow, that's quite a bit of information about you there, Rose, and you're very forthright with it. And blessings to you, Beanish. I hope that was helpful to you in some way. Again, these are just short, um, not deeply involved tarot readings. If you would like to schedule a deeper, more involved session with me, all of you guys can check me out on my coffee page, right? buymeacoffee.com/Frank Monday. And you can schedule more in-depth consultations. But yeah, that's up to you. That's just another option there for you. These are just free readings for everyone. Rose is here. Rose says she's a Taurian, and 85. Let's see, what is 85? 85 is the maybe you already said it. Oh, I like California. I was born in California too, Rose. So we're kindred spirits there. California knows how to party. Taurus 85. Let me do the math on that. 12, 10, 2 back, 70, 80, 87, and then back to. So I think that would make you an ox. Is that correct? Are you born under the Chinese sign of the ox? If I'm accurate in my math there. And then and what is your inquiry, Rose? What are you interested in knowing a little more about? A particular situation, or you don't even have to tell me your question. You can just formulate the question in your mind, and I'll ask the tarot to respond. Of course, you can ask yes, no questions. Yeah, I think that's the year of the ox. It sounds like it, 85. I'd have to check. I mean, we all have the internet at our disposal. So, yeah, bull born in the year of the ox. You're double ox. Isn't that interesting, huh? You guys have the internet at your disposal. You can look these things up much faster than me. I'm working. I'm shuffling the tarot cards. Lord Racer, good to see you, amigo. Hermano, thank you for being here. Once again, like Finnegan, Lord Racer. Yeah, if you have a query, you're right in line behind Rose, Lord Racer. So please hold the question in your mind, Rose, and think of some short prayer like divine spirits and ancient masters, your daughter has a question, and then repeat your question. Okay, or yeah, we'll just get a general energy card for Rose right now. How's the rest of the day going to play out for her, and what energies are going to take her into Dreamland, right? And then accept this response, whether it shows you good fortune or misfortune. Hail unto thee, Tahuti, Lord of wisdom and utterance. We seek guidance from your great hidden book of magic, the tarot. This is also known as the Book of Thoth. We will accept this response, good fortune or misfortune. So it is commanded and confirmed. So mote it be. All right, on the flop. Wow, we got the Chariot. The G card, right? The seventh card. That's a powerful card. You're really coming into your power and sowing your oats. And as far as I know, you're in a chariot, right? I know a little bit about that background. Not much. I'm only on the periphery. But yeah, this is a powerful card of um, movement within stillness. So, though the chariot is an implement of movement, it's actually sitting still at this time. And the movement is a spiritual one. Now, you probably already know a lot about tarot, Rose, so you know what the chariot means. And so, for this one to come up in a reading, yeah, everything you touch turns to gold. That's right. Midas touch. The number seven, the G, the gold card, right? Spiritual refinement. The in the traditional one, it's got the crescent moons on his shoulders, the Uma and Thurman, the scintillating and bright light of the divine, right? Reflection of the Shekinah, the zodiacal crown on his head. I mean, they're the twin sphinxes, yin and yang, at the front, right? So this is a kind of advanced magician card, right? It's verifications in all things, right? This is the proof is in the pudding, right? The generative force, the color green, right? We have Aleph, Beth, Gimel, Daleth, Hey, Vowel, Zain. Why is it on Hey? Aleph? Oh, because the zero. Okay, I gotcha. Aleph, Beth, Gimel, Daleth, Hey, Vowel, Zain. Is it Zion? It's not though. Chet. So it's Chet. It's the Hebrew letter Chet. Chet Teth Yud Kaf Lamed Mem Nun. Uh, yeah. Affirmation and validation. That's right. Validation, verification, veracity, all of those things. It's a really good card. I'll pull the advice from um, from the website because there's a really beautiful reading for this one on I forget which website it is, but I've studied this card at length, of course, and it's one of my favorites. I love when the Chariot comes up in a reading. It's a beautiful, scintillating card of great power. Um, yeah, advanced practice here. Sevens, right? How funny that Rose 777 should draw the seven, right? For her major arcana, the seven. See, the tarot is unfailingly accurate, right? There's no denying it. There's no hiding from the tarot. In the hands of a trained practitioner, it'll always tell you exactly what's true. That's why you should be careful when you ask the tarot. So it says to look upon the movements of change as full of promise and adventure. And I know you already do this, Rose. I have some I have some intuitive understanding of your character, and I've heard your diction in real time, and I know that you really embody the synergy, right? When the chariot shows up in a reading, it's a card of momentum, willpower, and determined action. You're being called to steer your life in the direction of your choosing. Don't let any distractions, doubts, or detours pull you off your course at this time, right? You don't have it all figured out yet, but you've only got to commit to the journey and you will be successful. So this is definitely a positive card in any position, right? It guarantees success. It guarantees power and good magic. So good magic to you, Rose, going into your day. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about Crow. I thought it was wrong Crow. I thought it was Ian Gilman or whatever, the Gigan Illman. I thought it was the other Crow who used to be fair, somewhat somewhat famous here on YouTube. He disappeared though. It seems like he got kicked off for talking too much shit, which a lot of people did during the Great Darkness, right? The great lockdown. Right? Everything went to kind of shit during that period of time. But it's all right. It is what it is. Um, Dr. D had in the house. Yeah, Professor X. That's right. Cruising around like Professor X. I think it's delightful. I mean, life is such a wonderful journey. So many fun and interesting things to experience. Let's get back to Lord Racer. I don't know if Lord Racer had a question or not. He did give me some zodiacal information, though. Welcome to the chat, Dr. D. I've really learned to appreciate Dr. D's forthright canter and commentary. I don't know if any of you guys actually ever like panel up or not. I've seen Rose on panel, but I don't think I've ever seen Dr. D or Lord Racer join panels before. But it doesn't matter, I'm here doing tarot readings and gathering zodiacal data. 82. Let's see, what is that? That's the year of the cock. Is that the year of the cock? Is that what that is? Maybe not. I'm back three. No, that's the year. No, 377 and back six. Yeah, I think that is a monkey or a cock. 1982. Lord Racer, do you want a card, man? Have you got something on your mind? Are you interested in seeking out the Book of Tahuti, the Book of Thoth, for an interesting card? A lot of Californians showing up tonight. Very good magic, man. I can appreciate y'all good looking, sexy people from California. Even if you're no longer living in California, if you're from California, that means you've done quite a bit of spiritual work through reincarnating multiple times because it's kind of the Gold Coast, it's kind of hard to be born there. Um, you have to have some high level spiritual achievement in order to be born in California. Uh, I know I was born there. Um, Much love and blessings to you, Rose. I hope you have a wonderful day. I don't know if I should keep my buy me a coffee up there. You know where I'm coming from. I gotta buy me a coffee. If you're interested in deeper spiritual consultations and tarot readings, just you can find it over there, right? You know that. Anybody else want a card? I guess I should probably turn on the fan if I'm gonna burn a cigarette, huh? Yeah. Dr. D, I've been up on panel briefly before, but I don't like it. It throws me off my vibe. I got you, Dr. D. So, Lord Racer, are you still here? I don't know. It seems like he split. I'm not going to read tarot cards for people if they take off, right? But if they hang around, real to real, you're a dog, huh? Does anybody else want a to step right up, try your luck at the tarot, right? Draw a card from the Atlantean Thoth's book, the Emerald Tablets, right? Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know the story. I just told it a moment ago. I just kind of jumped online to try to log some of my hours. I'm trying to build this YouTube kingdom here in old Twilight Zone, old Peking. And I woke up in the middle of the night. I couldn't fall back asleep. I woke up at like I don't know, like 2:33, and I did some dream recall and some magic and incantations and stuff, and then I laid back down and my mind just wouldn't let me go back to sleep, and something was calling me to the astral realm. 82's Year of the Dog. I like dog people, man. I like dog people. One of my best friends in college was a dog. Me and dogs get along. Yeah, it's good to see you again, real to real. It's been a while. So I felt like maybe there was a cryptid lurking outside my window, just kind of floating in the astral realm. And so I wanted to go outside, but I'm at the hotel and it just seems kind of awkward to go out and it's all rainy out there. And so I did go out. I walked out and I looked around a little bit, but I couldn't, the building's so large, I couldn't get to this back area where my window is. And I thought maybe next time I should just throw the window. It was a little bit scary though, a little bit spooky having a cryptid hang outside your window and wake you up. Some lingering spirit. There are harmful things out there, guys, and they can make people fucking disappear. And you guys know that I'm deeply interested in the spiritual and the paranormal, and I've had quite a few paranormal encounters. And I've only used the system of direct communication with seeking out paranormal encounters a couple of times in my life. And you had better be ready for it. You better be steeped in your magic and wearing the armor of God and having been fasting for a while and keeping your thoughts pure and your circles reinforced. Because when you get out there, man, they don't fuck around, man. Angelic forces, demonic forces, any of them, God Himself, He doesn't like to be toyed with. There's people running around out there all the time acting like they know what the fuck's going on, and they don't, man. They haven't got the spiritual chops to actually contact these beings and interact with them. And you shouldn't, unless you're a magician and a practitioner of the arts. You shouldn't fuck around with it at all, man. Don't even open grimoires. Keep your goddamn shit hooks off of them, right? Bring them to me. I know what to do with them. Um, yeah, just hang out on YouTube and complain about everything. Don't spend any time trying to do any real magical work. All right. All right, guys. No one has requested a card, so I'm not going to pull a card for you unless you ask me. Heaven and earth, divine spirits and ancient masters, your son, Francis Lunas Aristeas of the OTA, does have a question. I'd like to know, what are the general energies for me for today? Why did I wake up? What is up with that cryptid hanging outside my window, right? Maybe Mothman, maybe some other being. Was it positive or negative? And we'll go with I'll go with a pillar scheme on this one, and I'll say in the middle, was it a positive or negative thing? And did it wish me ill intent or benign intent? Because even if it was a bad guy and it was wishing me good, right? Then I guess that's probably okay. But if it was a good guy and it was here to exact some justice, that's probably not the best thing, right? So was that entity? Why did I awaken? Oh, a good type of energy there, maybe a feminine succubus type spirit, right? Hanging outside my window, nothing wrong with that. Ooh, I know what this might relate to. That's interesting because that's something I haven't thought about in a while, and I didn't really want to think about it. So maybe that did occur. Left side of the pillar, right side of the pillar. Wow, guys, interesting stuff going on with the tarot today. I've drawn quite a bit of court cards. Court cards used to confuse me to no end, but I can see pretty good here what's going on. So yeah, I'll look more into that later. I'm here for you guys, though. I'm in it to win it. I'm here to chit chat with you guys. Have you guys been paying attention to everything going on out in Happy Land with all of Jack Talcott's drama and Dirty Laundry hanging out on Flow State? Did you guys watch that transmission last night? I think it was last night or the other day. I didn't have really a chance. I kind of tuned in a little bit. I mean, it's just all the same old horse shit. People talking about nothing and doing nothing, right? Trying to get nothing done. But they're doing their good magic. I appreciate and I support Jack and his message. And I think Landry did him dirty. I think Landry's a dirty bird, man. Like from the very beginning, as soon as he started working with Jack, he immediately followed that up with yeah, ennui and chagrin, right? Um, he immediately launched his own show right after Jack's. And so it was pretty obvious to me from like day one, day two, day three, that what he was doing was trying to siphon off of Jack's audience and bring it into his own fold. And I knew at that point he was going to part ways pretty quickly with Jack. I mean, Jack's not the easiest guy to work with, I'll admit that. But Rose, if you're still here, I really appreciate the way you and Zetetic Warrior had a triumvirate with him because that's the way I approach my life and every interaction with everyone in my life is that we meet on the level and we part on the square, right? The squaw. We meet on the level and part on the square. I don't fuck around with this. You're holier than thou shit with me, right? If you come into my hood or I go into your hood, I expect that we meet as equals and then we part with everything squared away, right? That's what that means. That Freemasonic expression is we meet on the level and we part on the square, is that we approach each other as equals and we defer to each other with respect and universal brotherhood, right? Fraternity or sorority if you're a gal. Universal brotherhood also extends to women. And so I don't really it grinds my gears when I go places where people want to talk down to you like they fucking know something more than you or they're better than you in some way. Fuck all that, man. I'm not going to hang out with that type of shit anymore. We all have our own opinions and our own life experiences and we're all valuable in our own ways. So I think we should learn to respect that and respect the time with each other and learn to communicate with each other more effectively. That's right, Lord Racer. Lord Racer said it right there, motherfucker. I never claimed to be better than you, but I'm damn sure not less than you, motherfucker. What's up with that? Go slap you in the mouth. You come in here talking that holy horse shit. I will be frank with you, Frank. I don't know Jack. Okay, Brian Roy. Yeah, you don't need to. He does a show, a daily show. He's probably going to go live here in a little bit. He does a daily show. It's kind of fun. I kind of like Jack's personality. He's a little bit hard to get along with though. Sometimes, right? Um, he does a daily show called Chats with Jack. If you've got free time in the morning, well, I mean, morning for me, afternoon for you guys. But if you've got free time, it's kind of fun, to listen to the message and then see what characters will pop up in Talcadia and hang out a little bit. But I'll tell you guys straight up, like I like and I respect Jack. He's always probably dealt fairly straightforward with me for the most part. But again, I just ain't taking it. I'm older than most of these guys. I'm 54, so I'm actually a year and a half to 2 years older than Jack, and I've got a fucking shitload of rich life experience too and wisdom. So I will not be talked down to, you know. And I might not always be 100% correct in my thinking, but at a minimum, we have to meet as equals and interact in that way, right? So yeah, Jack rates on a scale of 1 to 10. He's got a 7.5 in my book. Now let's take a motherfucker like a Lumatami, right, who comes up quite a bit on Jack's show. That motherfucker's got a 0 in my book. I went over to his show like 2 or 3 times, and he just mod godded me. He never approached it as, hey, Frank, you know, hey, what's going on? He just used the background of the interactions that he saw on Jack chats with Jack and tried to lampoon me with his holier than thou Christian rhetoric. You know, I know the Bible better than you. You're going to hell, Frank Monday, for praying to God in your own special way, you know, and practicing magic. You know, the fuck, you don't know anything about it, man. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Snafu made a bit of a turnaround the other day. He's kind of hard to deal with too, though, because he constantly interrupts and he just says whatever comes into his head, which is great. But he's got a little bit of a lower rating, maybe a 4.5. He gained a couple points in my eyes, though. He was a 2 to a 2.5, but now Snafu has elevated himself to a 4.5. If we're rating people, and I'm here to judge you, motherfucker. You come into my hood, I'm here to straight give you a number. You're not a free man. You're a number over here on Frank Monday channel, baby. What's going on? Mm. Let's see. Dr. D Head, you're a fucking solid 10, brother. What's up, yo? Yeah, Tommy's a 0. Landry's a 0 too, man. He's an absolute fucking 0. I mean, Jesus Christ. If you think AI slop and having no life experience and ignoring your children while you masturbate online gets you fucking any credit in my eyes, you're a fucking absolute 0, Landry. Go fuck yourself. And he talks shit about me when I was trying to show him some camaraderie and fellowship and give him some good advice, you know. He's like, Frank Monday, why don't you make yourself a 5-minute AI Freemason video to introduce your show each day? I'm like, why don't you suck a dick, motherfucker? You know, you ain't got no credit here. Brian Roy, you got pretty good credit with me, man. Pretty good credit. I won't rate you though because you're a beloved, right? You're a member of the Esoteric Order of Dagon. Lord Racer, I don't know enough about you. I've watched your stuff a little bit. With a comment like that, though, you're fucking approaching solid 10 status right there, man. Fucking demigod status. Real to Real's an absolute fucking 11, man. He's a 12 or a 13. He broke the fucking scale. Real to Real's been around since the days of Coast to Coast. So good looking out. Much love to you, Real to Real. Rose 77777. She's a 7. She's a 7.5. She may even get a little bit of a higher rating than our guru, our beloved guru of love, right? Rose, I've seen you fluctuate, Rose, if you're still here, from a 6 to an 8. From a 6 to an 8. I think the better I get to know you, though, you might be a 9.5. You know, you might have a really fucking high ranking. I'm not sure. You've been here the whole time. Pause for a call. Okay, yeah. No worries. Good magic to you, Rose. I've heard a lot of people talk shit about you, but I've never seen you do anything dirty. I've never seen you do anything dirty. So I can't base my understanding of people on gossip and hearsay. I've got to have direct experience, and every experience I've had with you, Rose, I thought was completely fucking delightful. Completely delightful. So the only thing that has swayed your ranking is the horse shit opinion of others, which I don't take into much consideration, to be honest with you. A little bit. Who else am I going to judge here on the panel verse? Oh, Pimp, right? Paulie fucking slaved to the laptop, slaved to live streaming. He's an absolute fucking 0 in my mind. He can go fuck himself too, right? He can suck a dick, and I'm sure he does. He loves. He even openly admits it that he loves to suck dick, and that's just great. That's all fine and dandy. But I got no fucking love for Paul. I showed up to his show 3 different times, and never one time did he show any fucking interest or show any consideration. He just talked nonstop, blah, 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 sovereign citizen, slave, slave, slave. It's like, hey, bro, I'm a new person. I'm new to the panelverse. I just want to come by and say hi. You want to get to know me a little bit. You don't want to say hello. You just want to fucking run your gambit, which is fine. I know these guys, they have a lot of cynicism, a lot of skepticism, a lot of suspicion, and a lot of sarcasm. The panelverse has only been going like 3 years, from what I understand, 3+ years. And it's already bred a ton of negative vice and bad energy, man, bad mojo. I came in it. I came in the panelverse about 6 to 8 months ago, something like that, and I was full of vim and vigor. And I'm like, "This is good fun, man. What's happening, y'all?" And wanting to hang out and chat with people. And I realized immediately, like everybody was suspicious. They're like, "Why are you here? What are you doing? What are you up to?" And there was no friendliness. And I'm done with. Can you guys give me the thumbs up if I'm still transmitting? Oh, real to real said, "Good to see you, Frank." Sorry, man, I left that up there. Totally forgot. Got involved in the image stream, the flow of consciousness. Moonrocks, good to see you, man. I'm doing free tarot readings. If anybody needs a tarot card, I'll pull one for you. Yeah, so I was telling a little bit of my tale about how I came into the panelverse with all the best intentions, and they immediately knocked my dick in the dirt, one after another. Uh, Flow State kicked me off his panel, kind of treated me like a dick. Paul fucking was a dick to me. Um, Tommy's been nothing but a dick to me. Queen Stephanie, leader of Team Evil, right down there in the sewers of the internet where nobody hangs out, streaming 15 to 20 hours a day, right? He did a 75-hour stream the other day. I'm not even sure how the guy's still even alive. Um, Nachiketa was good to me. Nachiketa and Jack Talcott and Ironwork 92,000. Those were the only guys when I first came onto the panelverse that knew how to stand on the level and part on the square, right? They would meet on the level and part on the square for the most part. And I would say among those, Ironwork 92,000 is the most exemplary. Yeah, I hung out at Nachiketta's a couple of times. He was nice to me. He seems like a good guy, but I just think he's kind of suffering. He's having a hard time at life. I haven't checked him out in a while though. I should go back over and check out Nachiketa again. He seemed kind of stuck in his zone. Living on a flat earth ain't easy, guys. Living on a globe ain't easy either, man. If you're a flat earther or if you even attempt to study the FE material, you immediately get ostracized by ordinary society. So that's a big deal. Hugo, I'll take a card, frankly. Okay, good man, Hugo. Yeah. I was supposed to come to the UK this summer, Moonrocks, and it didn't work out, man. It didn't work out. I wanted to go for sure. I wanted to see Iron Maiden's 50th anniversary. Hugo, I know Hugo's a good man. Heaven and earth, divine spirits, and ancient masters, your son, beloved Hugo, would like a response from the Book of Thoth, the Emerald Tablets. Hail unto thee, Tahuti, Lord of wisdom and of utterance. Provide us a little guidance for Hugo. We will accept this response, whether it shows good fortune or misfortune. Ooh, there's one trying to pop up. Whole little deck just jumped out of there, man. The universe wants to give you more than a tarot card, man. It wants to give you three. Wow, three. And the top cards, a little bit of hardship, man. You're grieving about something over possibly a gal, right? The tarot is showing me that there's some situation possibly involving a gal or something dear to your heart that you're grieving about. And the highest ideal here for you, Hugo, in this situation, I will choose one among three, is temperance. So that's a thing right there. If something if something has caused you some grief recently, right? And you know that sometimes happens. I'm not exactly sure if it resonates with you. Then it's important to seek out those angelic forces which sieve over us. You know, you have to identify and inquire those alchemical ingredients that help you complete your mission in this situation and then leave the rest behind, right? So when the temperance card appears, it's a signal to slow down, breathe deep, find center, and call upon your higher divine genius, your holy guardian angel. Some interpret this as Michael or Gabriel. It could be a representation of any of the primary four archangels, right? It's up to you to detect which direction you think the energy is coming from. I guess I could consult a little deeper to see which of the angels it is. Okay, air. We've got air, air, air. Yeah, it looks like it's coming out of the east, so it's something dear to you in the realm of the mind in mentation. So, the advice from the tarot here, Hugo, will be to slow down, take a deep breath, regain center, call upon your holy guardian angel, command yourself to relax. You and your angel are one. You know, ultimately, it all washes out in the end. Get busy with you again. You know, if something, you know how those things go. I know it's hard. And I know that no advice can be given in such situations, honestly. The only advice is to feel it with all of its fucking depth and horse shit and just embrace it. If it's pain, if it's suffering, you just got to work through it, man. Ain't no other way around it. There is no consolation. There is no this is the right thing or that's the right thing to do. Just get in your feelers and feel it all, man. Maybe get fucking pissed drunk and roll around in the dirt, whatever it is that can help bring you out of it. Obviously, don't go down a dark path of the dark night of the soul is something to behold. It's not that bad though. The terror wasn't that bad. It's a minor concomitant, if anything else, in the long run, right? In the long run. But again, no real advice or words of wisdom can help in situations of loss. Yeah, no worries. Blessings to you, Hugo. I hope that resonates with you, man. I hope that was helpful. It wasn't for me though. It was blessings to Tahuti, Lord of Wisdom, Thoth the Atlantean, Odin, Zeus. Okay, Reel to Reel has got a question. Good magic, Reel to Reel. Yeah, let's get one for you, man. Let's get in it. Let's get busy. Let's mix these cards up. Let's do it again. Um, Holy art thou, Lord of the universe, the vast and the mighty one, creator of heaven and earth, maker of all things visible and invisible. Once again, we seek out the wisdom of the Book of Thoth for real to real. He's wondering how best to proceed over the next 7 days. Please give us some guidance through the system of the tarot, and we will accept this whether it shows us good fortune or misfortune. So it is commanded and confirmed. So mote it be. Amen. All right, I'm going to cut, and I'm going to cut, and I'm going to cut. All right, I'm going to lay. So, reel to reel over the next 7 days. I'm thinking dead center here, and I'm going to draw this card. Ooh, temperance came right back up. Same type of thing, man. Stay centered. Alchemical mixing, right? Breathe deep. Prepare yourself. At the center of your energies are to call upon the angelic forces to guide you. Now, there is some foundation in why you were asking this, beloved. And It has something to do with balancing accounts. So money shifting in and money shifting out. Now, um, it's the tarot. If it's a money affair, right? And I'm thinking that it is. The Book of Thoth is telling me to tell you to stay centered and balanced, and don't let your commitment emotionally to this situation guide you in the dispersal of the funds. So if it's requiring that you distribute money over the next, or something that's costing you money, then it's telling me to tell you, right, to be chaste and frugal in this situation. So proceeding with frugality in both the way you receive and give, and in balancing accounts, be frugal and strict with yourself. Um, but at the same time, it looks like you might have some to spare, so it doesn't look like it's a big deal. Again, when that temperance card comes up, it shows you that our spiritual affairs should be preeminent to our material affairs, and in terms of money, do what's right. Go with what you feel your heart is telling you. So that's the response right there, man. There it is. There. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that opportunity to read for you. I hope it resonates with you real to real. And I hope y'all good looking, sexy people are doing all right out in Happy Land. I just wanted to come on, get up, and since I woke up so early, and I think there was a cryptid hanging outside my window, I thought that it would be fun to jump on here online. But I'm gonna have to roll into the abodes of the future, man. I got a big day at work coming up, and I need to try to probably get another hour of, at least, if it's not sleep, then at least I can sit in meditation and calm my mind and just breathe deep, maybe possibly lay down and try to get another hour or so. I thank you, beloved, for stopping by. Hugo, very good to see you, man. Good magic, good looking out, real to real. Rose, if and when any of you need my guidance, or not my guidance, but would like me to read the tarot for you, just reach out to you, man. Reach out to me, leave a comment or something. Whenever I go live, stop by and say hello, hit the thumbs up, all that happy horse shit that makes YouTube's algobots bark like Pavlov's dog. Guys, I'll finish off with the invocation of total integration, and then I'll wander off back into to Dreamland, hopefully. Heaven and earth are the spontaneous manifestations of the subtle, wondrous universal law. As the original oneness expresses itself, gross and subtle energies become distinctly divided. Our bodily caves are brightly illuminated by the mysterious light from the three Dantian, bridge points leading to immortality. The powerful spirits of the eight directions conjoin our being with the true origin of life. By the absolute order of the divine Ling Bao, in the highest ninth heaven, send the positive energies of Qianlo, Danna, Dunkan, and Taishuan to destroy our spiritual obstacles and debilitate any evil influences. This order is given by the highest sovereignty. It is a jade oracle from the subtle origin. I invoke with strong sincerity to drive away the demons and evils and lengthen my healthy years. The attained spirits respond. The evil demon king, Mo Wong, is chained to stand as our guard and servant. The powerful atmosphere has been generated, dispersing all negativity and endless human opinion. The Chi of Tao is everlasting. So it is commanded and confirmed. So mote it be. Amen. All right, y'all good looking sexy people. Keep on getting out there and shaking your moneymaker and doing good magic. I love y'all, and I'll see you on the next transmission.